I do want to defend this slightly. We do like to talk about the weather, and we like to complain about it, but we really enjoy queuing up to complain about the weather more.
Oh yeah.
If you have a queue in there, you're guaranteed to get votes. Like if Trump was to run for office in the United Kingdom, all he has to do is say, I will legalize queuing up to complain." And we will then queue up to complain about his queuing up to complain. We're like that. We're very.
You just like to complain about everything.
We do, but we like to have a reason for it. I know people who do like to complain without reason, but having a reason really helps.
But there's nothing more satisfying than a well-deserved complaint.
Yeah.
I tried that the
I
other
remember
day.
the last time.
I did that at work and I got in trouble.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I can't really go into too much detail, but yeah, I thought I was justified in losing my temper a bit, but it came back to bite me. You're not being professional.
I've had something similar. I've had something similar when I've gone to complain about. I mentioned it a few weeks back, watching someone get half a pig out of a lorry and it flopping to the floor, and then me getting some bacon that had bits on of like last week, and I complained about that. And they're like, "No, it's not tarmac. We promise." Fuck off.
See, that's a justified complaint, though.
I don't want tar in me from smoking, what makes you think I want tarmac in me from bacon? It's not a feature.
Naggy.
You just don't appreciate your heritage.
Yeah, I mean, we've complained at restaurants before and got like free desserts and stuff.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I've done that to my.
That makes up for it, doesn't it?
My before my cousin got a job in a bank, and he's done really well. He's earned his way up a corporate ladder. He worked in McDonald's, so I went in there once, and I ordered a McFlurry, and I went back. I waited for him to start. I looked, saw him on the till, went back and said, "This is too cold. Get me another." He then proceeded to stare at me for a couple of minutes before I called the manager and said, "Manager, you should fire this new guy. I mean, is it not bad enough you put a ginger guy behind the counter, but he won't change this? It's too cold. I wanted my ice cream at least lukewarm milkshakey." Yeah, that's right. I'd willingly nearly cost my cousin his job for a laugh. I was a dick.
That's hilarious.
He's ginger. He once put on Facebook.
Yes, they don't have any souls. I know.
Yeah. But he saw a fox once, and he said, "I did a double take." And I was like, "Well, you're glad then you dyed your hair black." And the fox only thought you were the same species because he saw the freckles. You get wrecked, fuck. Can't be doing all that ginger stuff. It's cancer. I was watching Trainspotter 3 earlier, I think it is. And like the romantic interest of Jason Statham is this heavily freckled ginger lady, but she's not remotely attractive. I don't understand. I mean, I understand it's a budget.
Remember that film? It was that bad.
Well, I get that it's a budget action film, but come on.
To be fair, the first one wasn't amazing, and then they got progressively worse.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to clarify something in the chat. Okay, Discana, I actually do have a lot more than 3 patrons, but these 3 are like the really nice ones that only talk to me.
Top dollar.
Like,
The ones that tolerate you.
yeah, it's right. They're top dollar. They're top dollar. That's right. They're my bosses. I do have more than 3 pages, but you're welcome to say I only have 3. It's fine.
It's just that some people got banned from Patreon. I mean, what's your opinion on staying on that platform? Are you just going to stay there until you have to go,
or you get kicked off?
Quite happy. I'm quite happy. Well, I don't have a reason to give up. I'm not. I've seen the videos that Patreon have made to clarify why they shut down people like Lawrence Sullins. she was getting involved in something that was being funded by Patreon that was a bit dangerous. But I
Okay.
don't like the idea that they're abusing their power like that. It was a bit. But I do. I mean, I know that Sargon of Akkad has been reviewed multiple times, but always been proven to be innocent. And
It's
I'd
because
like to
people
believe,
bitch.
yeah. I'd like to believe that I'm nowhere near as cancerous as he is in that regard. So perhaps I'll go unnoticed for a little longer.
Did you watch his latest video when he goes, is like Nazis are bad, and it's like 20 minutes of him just basically reading out this article about why Nazis are bad. That's why I struggle with Sargon. I do like his content sometimes, but a lot of the time it's just a bit heavy. 40-minute video about something. Jesus.
I like watching This Week in Stupid. I remember when he first started that, and I was sub to him when he started doing that. I didn't think he'd be able to keep it going because I thought it might not be as popular over time.
Or that there might not be enough stupid.
Yeah, but then he's not only managed to keep it going, he's managed to have guest videos. Like when he had Seanhead cover him, that was really funny. And it's really good. And he's managed to keep it going all this time is quite impressive. I remember when I think he then started changing it to Twitter, and I had a little thing similar to that, but I stopped doing it because I got bored.
He does a lot more stuff on Facebook now.
Yeah, he does. He does do, doesn't he? I'm not surprised because there's a lot of shit posting potential.
Shitpo everywhere.
Yeah, I've had a page on Facebook for 2 years, but I'm not. I do get messages on there, but I'm not as active on there as I am on, on YouTube or Twitter. I am active on Minds and VidMe, but VidMe's sort of growing, so I have to keep reminding myself to go over there. Otherwise, I forget it exists.
Fair.
Yeah, I'll go on there occasionally. I wish your last video on VidMe. It's not as convenient because I can't stream it from my phone to the TV.
My sister just got a new TV, and we've got quite a narrow living room, but she's got this 55-inch monster. Right?
This thing.
Yeah, it's an abomination, but it has a service you can link your phone to and watch stuff from, which is really useful. What I found, I did a little digging, and I was like, what could I do to really freak her out that will get the best? And then I found out if I went and stood in the hallway and pulled up some porn, I could throw it to the TV. Right? I found out. I'm so tempted to try this because I think it is the funniest thing I could. As long as Corey is asleep, little boy, it's gonna be fine. As long as the baby's asleep, I don't care. I'll just mute it,
Scared the piss out of her.
At least it's surround sound, I guess. If she had surround sound, that would be weird. That would be weird. Yes. So what's been going on in the world of you lot? That was a really technical and elegant way of putting how are you all and what have you been up to?
I made an observation the other day when I was watching the BBC, and to be honest, nothing insignificant has happened in my life. But I was watching that the BBC, and you know that the whole thing in Charlottesville. Charlottesville, no, it's that protest. Yeah, it was Charlottesville. Yeah, sorry. And
that thing.
Yeah, that thing. Okay, and I don't agree with the far right at all, but I do defend people when they're being misrepresented, and I've seen lots of videos of the guys walking around with the I don't know, the torches, which I gotta say wasn't a good look. And they were walking around like saying they will not divide us. I'm sure that's what they said. I've seen in multiple videos, but the BBC, they reported it as Jews will not divide us.
Oh God!
I swear to God, I was watching TV.
Your broadcasting corporation's kind of incompetent. Just in case you didn't know that.
It's seriously got an agenda. I mean, I think again, I'm not defending them. There's another meme going around at the moment saying like, I don't agree with these guys, but I defend their right to say what they want to say. And in that same regard, I don't want them to be misrepresented when I don't think exactly what they said. Anyway.
Well, there was with all those statues being pulled down, somebody, they said that
All the Confederate statues, yeah.
Yeah. Somebody then pointed out that by removing the statues, you opened us up to making the same mistakes of the past, because those statues, while to some may be considered a
Offensive.
shrine or whatever, yeah, others consider them offensive. But if you remove them, then there is that chance.
But it's still a
Do you really want to do
reminder
that?
of history.
Exactly.
Whichever side you're on.
No, all history is perfect.
English.
Yeah, that's exactly how I meant it.
That's the best English.
I do English rather well in it. So, what did you guys think about the reaction to Trump condemning both sides of it?
It shows how stupid people are.
Oh.
Because they just completely ignored Berkeley.
Yeah.
And Bike Lock Bandit and I don't know, Black Bloc in Germany. During the G20 summit, there's the selective dissonance that these shitheads have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's quite
yes. And I just came back from a retreat this weekend for a group I'm a part of, and holy crap, people. No, you do not just get to go up and punch anybody you want.
Oh, well, that's great.
Well, I kind of had to say no. Not allowed to do that.
Well,
we have rules against that, damn it.
I think they should just let this carry on, because before they know it, all this stuff will just be turned on them.
Oh yeah.
You can't say this, can't say that, and then it'll get. Was it last week that you showed us somewhere I saw it, where it was should people, black people with lighter skin, keep out of darker skin groups?
There was something about somebody at the Atlantic a few days ago wrote about speaking of just random race things, about that the solar eclipse that that just went through the states is racist.
That sounds like a poem. So bad.
No.
No, it's because of whereabouts it happened in the States, isn't it?
Yeah, no, yeah, pretty much.
The whole United States is being populated around the eclipse. That one thing that happens every 100 years. Makes sense.
No, it did not look like a Poe.
There was a tweet by Rich Dawkins about that solar eclipse, and then in brackets he mentioned social constructs just to trigger people, and it worked. He triggered the fuck out of people like curiosity. It was so funny.
There's also something about actual hate speech going to be treated online, being treated like actual violent.
That's what I was saying to you earlier, isn't it? The CPS have released new guidelines about online hate speech.
Oh yeah, your country's fucked.
Yeah, saying they're going to plan to treat it the same way as actual face-to-face hate speech and violence. So tougher sentences for trolls, basically.
At that point, if somebody prosecuted me for violence under of it being what they perceive to be hate speech, I would in the courtroom just ask if I could instead just punch the person, because then at least when I go to prison I don't get fucked for looking like a bitch. What'd you do? I insulted someone on the internet because I'm a big tough guy.
They're justifying it because apparently in the last year there's been a 5% increase in incidents, and it's apparently this monumental rise. But if you look at the stats, there's been like an 18% rise in violent crime and stuff. But we're just going to ignore that because
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
interesting.
or didn't some police department set aside like a shit ton of money to fight online hate speech
Probably.
when there's been like a rise in like actual violence?
What they'd find is that the biggest contributors to online hate were women abusing other women for looking terrible in those shoes.
Funny enough, didn't they actually do a thing on Twitter where they analysed all the different abuse that was coming from different people, and this was actually funded by a feminist organisation, and they came out with it's about 50-50. You know,
Shocker.
shock.
Well, women tend to be meaner to other women.
Yeah.
Just online
Yeah,
in general.
that's actually proven with I think it's the
And in real
2010
life.
victim. Sorry, go on.
I said women are meaner to other women in real life as well. It's not just an online thing.
Yes. Yeah,
The
that too.
this is also backed up by the 2010 victims stats from the CDC, I think it is, because I don't think I have a newer version yet, which showed that lesbian women and bi women were the
Oh yeah,
biggest.
the relationship stuff. Yeah, interpersonal
Yeah, the
violence.
biggest for the domestic violence. Those were the biggest. Victim
Oh.
range, abuser range. I think it was.
You know, the conference that I was at like a few months ago, they said that the person presenting on the domestic violence stuff said that that the rates are equal across all types of like male and female, male, female and female. That it's the same, and I had to hold back my tongue really hard. Like no, multiple
That's
studies.
bullshit.
Like no, that's some whole shit.
It really is. It's quite astonishing. Heterosexual relationships had the lowest on both male being victim and female being victim, had the lowest abuse rate. It's still obviously too high because it's not zero. Significantly lower than by women and by men. The lowest of the low is actually gay men.
Yes. Amen.
Well,
To be less violent apparently or something.
Only because those bitches have such limp wrists. Just saying. I wouldn't mind seeing an updated version of this, though.
Yeah.
Once I'm done reading other cancer.
Cough.
Yes, well, I've been meaning to do it for a while, so yes. Only 12 minutes of audio done. Probably another 8 to 10 more to go before I then chop it up. If I can get any more done, it will be tomorrow, because I'm not going to record any more tonight. That involves too much effort. Yes. Is there anything interesting going on in the world? Or have I gone completely numb?
I think you've gone completely numb like the rest of us.
Oh, no, there is something.
Came out on Friday. Actually. That was interesting.
Came out.
The Defenders.
Sorry? Oh, yeah, I watched that. It's really good.
Yeah, we watched all of it over the weekend.
Right. I did too. Okay, so I can show you this. I'll screen share that. Up the top, you see this blue bar?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have this on my main channel. But I can take a survey to talk about YouTube. So give me a second once I check the... I've got to check one box first and then I'll screen share once I'm sure it's okay. Blah, blah, next. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. I'm getting sleepy, so we'll do this together. You can share in my agony. I was on a stream on Irate Bear's channel, and we looked at this.
What survey is this?
This is YouTube satisfaction. So I live in the UK.
Ah.
Older, yes. Okay. YouTube is the best place for creators. Do I strongly agree? Agree slightly? Neither agree or disagree? Slightly disagree or disagree strongly? Disagree slightly.
Depends on what type of
YouTube
content
best
creator
place
you
to
are.
find.
Yeah, cat videos and wake up videos, then yeah.
I don't agree with this either. YouTube is trustworthy. No.
Dude.
YouTube provides me the biggest potential audience. Based on VidMe. At the moment, VidMe is growing quite well, so no.
Yeah.
YouTube provides me
Maybe
the best
like a year ago.
Oh,
creator.
no.
Disagree.
Slightly disagree.
Only
Okay,
slightly.
good point. YouTube is a
Yeah, it's
viable place
related
to
to.
no, disagree. YouTube is innovative. Disagree.
Apart from updating the app and
Okay. Why did you disagree with the following statement? You
Because censorship.
yeah, you can say exactly what I was thinking.
Could you disagree with the YouTube pods make app revenue as a creator?
Apocalypse.
Not seen my stats. As a creator, how satisfied are you with YouTube overall? Very dissatisfied. How strong? When thinking of YouTube's monetization process, how strongly do you disagree or disagree with the following statement? I'm considering signing up to a partner to monetize my channel. I'm already a partner. How familiar are you with the following? I know it. I use it all the time. I don't care. Never heard of it. Don't care. I use that. I use that. I've looked at it. Don't care. I use that. I don't care about that. Do you create or intend to create any of the following on YouTube? Live streaming? Yes, I already create. Fuck off. YouTube is the best place for me to live stream. At the moment, this is, but I'm going to agree slightly because I know there are other options.
There's other options coming up the pipe too.
Well, this is never. I'm never going to be discovered. So strongly disagree. Thinking specifically of YouTube's educational support, how strongly do you agree or disagree with each of the following statements? YouTube's educational learning opportunities make my channel successful. Disagree. YouTube's learning resources help me establish a fan base on YouTube. Disagree. YouTube's learning resources help me grow revenue. There's no revenue. YouTube makes it clear to me what it takes to succeed. Yeah, to YouTube makes it clear how to make money on the platform. No. YouTube makes it easy for me to find the information I need when I need it. No. How familiar are you with the following? YouTube for Creators, a benefit program. Yeah, I'm very familiar with that. Very familiar. Very familiar. I know what these are as well. Yeah, fuck off. I like this idea. A contest for creators with 10,000. No one wins that shit. Following. Don't use. I don't use shit. Fuck off with all your shit. Give me another box so I can write some abuse in it. No, I'm not. Fuck off. I'm the Creator Hub. I don't care. I don't actually care to take that. Think specifically of how YouTube assists you.
Bit of an oxymoron, isn't it?
Yeah. How strongly do you agree or disagree with each following that YouTube Help Center makes me use? I don't ever use it.
Well, I mean, does the Help Center? No, I guess the Help Center would it be to get your monetized your videos remonetized?
I understand what YouTube offers creators of various channel sizes. I don't know. I'm satisfied with the overall support by YouTube. Never. Do you have a way to contact YouTube when you need to? Well, yes, but they never reply, so no. Yes, I have, and you never replied. Fuck off. Oh, right, I'm meant to click on one, am I? Fucking hell. Fine, done. Think about your future on YouTube. How strongly do you agree or disagree with each of the following statements? I feel confident. No. I'm in control of my destiny. No. Yeah. I want to make content for YouTube. Not for YouTube, on YouTube. I want to invest more resources to develop my channel. Well, yeah, I do, but
they're kind of making it difficult.
Yeah. Okay. YouTube gives tiny updates on changes that could impact me. Well, no. YouTube clearly can no. YouTube offers transparent no. Jesus Christ.
It's Christmas. Nope.
I do get it. It pretty much is. I just want another box so I can write some shit in it. YouTube makes it fun to be no. YouTube no. YouTube makes me feel a part of the no. Breaking through on YouTube has become more difficult over the last few years. Yeah. YouTube creators can inspire social change. Well, no.
No.
YouTube means understand. No. YouTube allows me as a creator to express. No. Well, actually, no, it does. It just doesn't reward me for it. YouTube allows me to reach an audience that would, well, no, my views would have tanked. YouTube plays an active role promoting creators. No. New and aspiring creators can achieve. No. YouTube values a variety of different. No. My ethnicity negatively impacts my ability to succeed on YouTube. Nope.
Cthulhu-Kin don't really have
YouTube, no.
strong.
YouTube values music. No. YouTube compensates. No. YouTube recognizes. No. Jesus. You've not seen my ad reports recently for the views. Seriously, you have literally fucked me. Actually fucked me. Seriously.
Stop.
You not go balls deep. I'm taking this super serial, okay? YouTube's tools and features help me interact with my... yes, they do. Analytical tools help me to make a better decision. Well, they do, but it doesn't matter because you fuck me. YouTube makes it easy to find the tools. Well, no, because I found them. YouTube continues to improve tools. No. YouTube is elite. No. It was primary place for me to like, well, no. We'll go with that. No. Things I should not do. No, I'm not. What factors are most important in making you feel that YouTube is not the best place for creators? Compensates me fairly. It does not. Well, it doesn't really value you. How many am I meant to pick? Oh god, the really annoying thing is the way the
you can select as many as you want.
Oh fuck it, I'm just selecting them all then.
they need a checkbox at the bottom of the list that's just like all of the above.
If there is
All
one
the above
possible, oh fucking hell! I haven't exactly clicked like a few here. I've clicked. Oh fucking hell! Hey YouTube, you're gonna love this one. Can't wait to submit it. Yes, I am, but it's something I'll never get, which is a shame. Kind of. I would love to get one. They don't inspire me.
The play button over.
I would love to get one. I look forward to being recognized. No. What other platforms do you create? Oh, well, where's VidMe? I make content on VidMe. I don't use the others. I do use Snapchat, but mostly to troll people. And I have a Facebook page, but I don't make content on it. Okay. Preference.
I thought we were allowed to have those.
Right. Please allocate 100 preference points across the following platforms. Indicate in the side boxes how many points you would assign to each based on your preference to upload. Well, I upload to both anyway, but I do use YouTube more, so we'll just go with like 75. Well, technically it's 2. This and What gender do you identify as?
Oh, really?
Oh, attack helicopter.
Oh,
Well,
no.
Cthulhu-Kin.
I got this. I got it. I got this. City. Other. Please specify. Well, everyone knows I live in Peel, so it doesn't matter to me. Ethnic. What's all this shit? You are welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, I have completed my survey. I hope you enjoyed that.
It's great.
Okay. The chat. Okay. Oh, I've got Laura entertain me with physics. Yeah, I've done 12 minutes of audio, so there is some on the way. By the way, you're fucked. This survey will be death to me. They're going to filter your comment and toss out the poll using the same filter bot that fucks content creators. Ethnic aquatic. Oh, I should have gone for it. Oh, I should have. I should have done aquatic. Oh dear. The annoying thing is that hadn't appeared on my main channel. It only appeared on this one, which is a shame because if it was on the main channel, I might have taken it a little more seriously. Maybe given my answer, but then again, is anyone actually going to look at these?
Probably not.
I don't think so. I don't think they're going to take what I see on board because I've just shit posted all over it.
It's probably one of those surveys to just make it feel like they're doing something.
Yeah,
something to give the intern to look at.
Yeah, them poor interns are going to be looking at that like, what the fuck is this? Apparently, I've got a date with a Cthulhu-Kin. What the fuck is that?
Get fucked, son.
Yeah. Fuck all of that. That only took me 15 to 20 minutes. That was a long time to do. Kind of surprised, actually. Woken me up. What are we going to talk about now? Got to find something interesting. Give me a second.
What did you reckon to the Defenders?
Oh, okay. So I went through and watched all the series again. So I did in order as well. So Daredevil 1, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Daredevil 2, Iron Fist, and then Defenders. And I did agree with Monday Matt. It was kind of like Iron Fist 1.5 because he was kind of the focal point. And I did like the fact that Stick was going to kill him because to me that made sense.
I just don't like him. Nothing against, but it's Finn Jones, isn't it?
Yeah, Finn Jones.
I kind of think he needs to find his feet as an actor.
Okay, so
he was a little bit posy, and his timing was making me laugh as well.
Yeah, so
he was funny.
Yeah, I think he was intentional. I do love that there were some fantastic interviews, and they all talk about who's the strongest. It's like, well, physically it's Luke Cage, but then they had to think about it, and they're like, actually, it's probably Iron Fist. And I did like that he was the center of attention to an extent because I think it gives the audience more chance to try and catch on to the kind of character he is. He is a petulant character, but he's also very good. And I think Netflix even said that Iron Fist is the most viewed of all of them anyway. So they're not going to back down just because of a bit of net criticism over portrayal, because I think he's done quite well. And it was actually pretty good. Defenders was quite good. I like the ending of it because I was like that. To be honest, I never liked Elektra that much, and the fact they ruined that. Yeah, I got this kind of moral compass building inside of her because of Matt. to me was just like, oh, for fuck's sake. So annoying. And the build-up to get him to touch the wall to open the door to get the substance that gives me immortality was like, what was the fuck? That wasn't the build-up wasn't worth the payout.
Yeah.
But the fighting was really good.
But I did
and
notice
watching
because
Iron Fist punch Luke Cage funny.
because Sigourney Weaver's in it, she kind of puts near enough all the other actors in it to shame because she's so good.
Yeah.
Just it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be.
Yeah. That goes for the whole
In the
all-in,
chat.
isn't it?
Sorry?
With Iron Fist, I still just I can't buy into him as the Iron Fist. Just doesn't, and if you notice that their strength seems to vary throughout the fight scenes. It's like Luke Cage when he's fighting Iron Fist, nothing's happening. He's just bouncing off him. And then later on, we're down in the underground bit. Luke Cage is getting like knocked about. It's like, I don't quite understand where is his strength level. What constitutes him getting beaten up?
Luke Cage and Jessica Jones are like untrained as fuck, and it shows because of how clumsy they fight.
Yeah, I must admit, Jessica Jones gave me some of the best, laugh out loud moments of the whole series. It's not my fault.
I like the fighting. It's just funny when they're fighting each other, and just Iron Fist swings one hand and it's done. Everyone's gone, but he can generate a lot. He's discovering his powers, so hopefully he'll get to the point. And someone in the chat did mention a costume. I firmly believe he'll have his costume at the end of the second season of Iron Fist. That's when it will happen, when his character will finally take up the mantle. Because he's just, and I know Discanal is probably getting a bit pissed off, probably muting me for a minute. So mute me for the next 20 seconds, because I'm going to spoil something. But Iron Fist is taking over from Daredevil as the Devil of Hell's Kitchen temporarily, although he doesn't know it's a temporary thing because of what happens. Because we find out Daredevil's actually a transgender guy called Cock Gobbler. There's your spoiler.
I still think, for me, the highlight of the series when Jessica Jones turns to Daredevil and goes, "Nice ears."
Yeah.
Got the suit on.
Yeah. His suit is pretty cool. I do think, I think with the way they've led it, Daredevil season 3, they're going to go down the path of bringing Matt's mother into it, which will probably lead to Wilson Fisk coming back and ruining Matt Murdock's life. Although I'm not sure if they'll do it properly, because in the stories there's a storyline where he does, but the way he does it and gets Matt Murdock's identity is through Karen Page, who's a drug addict, but she's not a drug addict in the TV show, so I don't know if he'll get his identity from her anyway or not. I'm curious. I was hoping they'd bring Bullseye, I think it is. I was hoping they'd bring him in because he's a good villain for Daredevil to go up against.
I'm still really hoping that Kilgrave isn't dead.
He's in series 2. That much has been announced already.
Yeah, that makes me happy.
I'll be honest, it's like Diamondback in Luke Cage. Kilgrave and Diamondback are Jessica Jones and Luke Cage's biggest villains. So to wipe them out in the first series would be a big, big dick move. As we know from Luke Cage, Diamondback isn't dead, and the guy who did the tests on Cage is probably going to do them on Diamondback. Kilgrave, I'm not sure about, but they've already shown that he is somebody who's going to need multiple surgeries anyway to repair organs that he's had replaced. That he had replaced while he was still awake.
Because Kilgrave's, like, the Purple Man's one of the few people that can screw with Daredevil as well. Isn't he?
Yeah, that would be interesting.
I mean, to be fair, Daredevil is the most unlucky, I think, of all the superheroes.
Yeah, he's supposed to have
Probably
like the shit.
Yeah, 50% of the time he gets the shit kicked out of him.
I've got the last comic series I've got with him in. It's called, I think it's called End of Days Daredevil. They did these series they did of Hulk, Wolverine, Punisher, and Daredevil, and some others, which was their last days before they die. Punisher's ends with him walking into a radioactive city, so he just starts falling apart and dying. Hulk realizes if he changes back to Banner, he'll die from old age. Wolverine's one is very famous because he gets
Yeah, it's the Old Man Logan one, isn't it?
no, not that. This is one where he gets covered in molten adamantium.
Ah, that and Daredevil's got the knife with his DNA on. Is it that one?
He got slammed in the side of the head, and he says a name, and it scares people enough to kill each other, or to kill themselves, or kill people. And you find out that it's the name of his daughter. And that the Ben Ulrich's son has taken over from Daredevil as the new Daredevil. Yeah, it's quite a good series actually. It sort of got me back into reading Daredevil and reading Marvel, but at the same time, fuck it.
God fucking hell.
Yeah, I stick to like Judge Dredd and Hellboy because Marvel is pretty bad right now. Oh yeah, Punisher. There was a trailer for Punisher. That was really good. That was kind of the actor who's playing Punisher said that the way he portrays the character will make you not like him. I think he underestimates I think he underestimates just how fucked up the audience is in their minds.
Yeah, but Punisher is that kind of character, though.
Yeah, he is.
It's like you're not meant to like him, but you do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm interested to see how it plays out. I think it's gonna be a lot of blood, a lot of guts, a lot of gore. I don't care anymore. People are gonna like it, regardless of how fucked up he is.
As long as it's not as terrible as Punisher Warzone, you know, the second Punisher film.
Because that was what was meant to be. They wanted to reboot it with Thomas Jane, but he was like, "Fuck off, we'll do a second one."
But they got Steven Seagal lookalike.
Seagal lookalike. God, that guy was a rip-off.
It's just, it's one of the worst films I've ever seen.
It was pretty bad. Punisher, the first one with Travolta and Jane, was good.
Yeah, I've seen that far too many times.
Yeah. Good film. And it's a shame that they didn't build on it. It was successful, so it made no sense to go down the path they went down, really. I don't know. They're all terrible people, aren't they? Let's see, what's this chat say? I'm hoping out this straight out all the spoilers that really made it to my ears. Hey, look. Cock Goblet is Daredevil's alternate identity. Cock Gobbler. Yes, I've said it. I'm looking. What do you think? Do you think they'll introduce any more series, other characters, into the MCU for Netflix?
It's possible because it's a little bit of a cash cow at the moment.
Yeah, I also would give smaller, lesser-known heroes a chance. I want to see. Now, this is not a joke. There is, in fact, in Marvel canon, there is a encyclopedia I own that has another version of Captain America, but something more suited to the three of us. Captain Britannia.
I was reading about something about one of the other characters, and I saw the name pop up.
Mm-hmm. Captain Britannia. Yeah. Or maybe do something. I know they've introduced the character Quasar into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They could perhaps introduce Quasar into Netflix, give him some exposure, or depends on which gender they decide to go with, if they're going to pander or not.
So I've not heard of Quasar.
Quasar's is someone that gets some power from space or some shit. I'm not a huge fan.
What was that one for that terrible Superman 3? Was that Nuclear Man?
It is Nuclear Man.
Nuclear Man.
Yeah.
Wow. Really pushing that. That explains the Simpsons radioactive man.
Yeah, he's the bad guy.
It just shows me. I used to like that film. I didn't. It took me ages. I didn't understand why people didn't like it. Superman 3. Someone had to tell me it was bad.
That's like me saying when I was a kid, I thought Batman and Robin was amazing. It with George Clooney.
Oh, the nipples.
Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze.
No, that was terrible.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. It was amazing.
You know, you're allowed to have your opinions and all, but
Yeah, exactly. Your opinion is wrong.
Yeah, you know, I respect your opinion, but it's wrong.
Yeah. I can't be doing any of that. I've gone back and watched old films, and I'm like, why am I? Oh, this is so bad.
Yeah, there are very few.
Oh, Batman, Robin, right? There's a scene, right, where they put on their outfits, and for some reason they zoom in on Clooney's ass.
Oh, that annoys me. There's too many like zoomed in bum shots in the.
Why am I looking at
suits.
his bottom in some kind of bat suit thing? I don't need to see his sculpted ass.
I don't like George Clooney. He's got this wobbly head as well. If you watch him, he doesn't keep his head still. It's like wobbles around, and it's really off-putting.
I'll give him this though. Ocean's 11 was amazing. It was such a good film.
that was good.
Probably one of my favorite films of all time.
I did enjoy that movie.
Yeah, there are two films that I kind of feel from my younger years I can still watch now. Ocean's 11's one, Gone in 60 Seconds is the other.
Oh, that's an amazing film.
Such a good film. It really is. It's one of the very few times I actually am on board with Nicolas Cage. And that 67 Mustang looks amazing. I want one.
Oh, Eleanor, yeah. I like the nitro button because it says "Go baby go" around the outside of it.
Yeah, and I think Eccleston's a very good villain.
Yes, except he's got a crap name because he's the carpenter.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking lame. Although I did like Con Air as well. That's not too bad.
Because John Malkovich is in it,
Times have changed.
and Steve Buscemi, and they just overshadow Nicolas Cage.
Oh yeah, yes. Back in the good old days. I feel so old talking about these films because these films are somewhat old now.
Oh, because they came out in the 90s, didn't they?
Well, I'm a 90s child, so yes. I did grow up in the 90s.
Labyrinth is still my favourite film, though.
Well, that's the point. Oh, Labyrinth is good. On the subject of Marvel and Netflix, if they want to try, and they've introduced him in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they could do a TV series for Ghost Rider. They fucked up the films. No one liked them. But they could do them as a TV show instead with the same guy from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They've introduced him. He drives a car, which is in the comics now anyway. You know, and if they want to be extra adventurous, they have mentioned Miles Morales kind of in passing in Spider-Man Homecoming. Why not work a deal with Sony to get that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a rights thing because it had to be, I think, 10 years from the last Ghost Rider film before they could do anything with him in like a different
incarnation.
Yeah.
That's like Terminator. Cameron did the first two, but then the rights went to somebody else, and he gets the rights back in 2019, I think. By which time he will reboot the entire series, rather than continue from Genesis, which was somewhat well received.
It was all right. It was fun. I think it's the best way to describe it.
I love that. I remember seeing an interview of Matt Smith, the doctor, and he was talking about this film. He's like, it's a stepping stone to Hollywood stardom. And I was like, where's Matt Smith? Where's Matt Smith? And he's there for like 5 seconds. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Now he's off on Netflix doing some royal period drama crap. Guess Hollywood didn't pan out. Bet he's jealous of Karen Gillan, though. Sucks to be you. Oh dear. What's this? Yeah, but Laura's like 100 years old. Lord of War. I'm not familiar with that film.
I've seen that, but it's Nicolas Cage, isn't it?
It must be, yeah.
Oh, is that the one where he's the weapons dealer? That one, I think.
Yeah, I think it's one of his last good films he did. It's everything since then has been pretty shit. Is it National Treasure? Has anyone seen this? Has anyone seen it?
Yes.
I have.
No.
Oh, thank God.
Don't. It's Nicolas Cage doing a bit of a Indiana Jones type rip-off.
Yeah. That's what we'll call it.
Actually, it's worse than the Librarian films, if that's possible, because they're.
Is that the TV shows based off of that I've seen floating around on TNT?
I'm not familiar with any of this.
You're lucky.
Yeah, apparently so.
Oh, well, that just reminded me of that show used to be on like Saturdays called Relic Hunter.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. It's sort of
To
the
me,
same
that
time.
just
Like
reminds me. We have a version of it. It's called Bargain Hunt. I really wished, and now that I've seen all the pictures, I really wished Cage had been Superman. I just wanted to see how bad he'd be, how bad it would be with this long-haired guy with a hairline that cannot be defined. I'm gonna Google the image because some people may not have seen this. Nick Cage as Superman. These are very, yeah. I'll just screen share this. Ah, dear. I'm getting really sleepy.
The thing is, I would pay money to go and see Nicolas Cage as Superman.
Here we are. So, see these images? Long hair. Look at that. Look at the arms up there. Look at that. It's sprayed onto him.
Jesus Christ.
Look, that's freaking
My
Tim
eyes.
Burton.
My eyes.
Look at this. Oh, look at his muscle. What the fuck is that? Fuck is this shit? Look at that.
so was this something? So
Look
was
at this.
he
Hang on, here we go.
seriously?
What the fuck is this
Oh
shit?
my God.
I prefer this. Nick Cage's Wonder Woman.
I had to do a bit of a double take then. I've got an excuse that I can't see properly, so.
In the Brandon Ralph attire, which I actually didn't mind Brandon Ralph as Superman because he looked a lot like, fuck it, West.
Reeve.
No, not West. Yes, thank you.
Christopher Reeves, yeah.
There we go. That's Superman. There he is, right there, with a unibrow.
The thing is, though, some of his earlier films are awesome.
Yeah.
And then some of the later ones are questionable.
I think he would have I honestly reckon he could have been a good Superman. And he's a huge Superman fan as well. I bet you anything he kept the costume. Yeah, I'm going to close that tab because it's too much Superman for me. It's very disturbing.
Can't handle it.
I'm never going to unsee this. Good. What's the opposite of Christopher Reeves? Christopher Walken. Yeah, I can't do a Christopher Walken impression. But, yes. Christopher Walken as Christopher Reeves. That would be quite amusing. Just thought I'd add that. Oh dear, what time is it? It's only 10 to 11. Fucking, I'm getting sleepy. So sleepy as well. It's ridiculous.
It's like a you problem.
It is, but it's a me problem because I'm still
drug problem.
It's a drug problem. Yes. I do lots of drugs, everyone. I do lots of milk and magnesia and Calpol. I'm a hardcore addict. Right. Well, if there's nothing else we could talk about, I might end this then.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost getting to 6 o'clock my time anyway.
Okay, brilliant. Okay.